Guys, for the first of our On the Water Anarchy interviews here from the Annapolis Boat Show, the U.S. Sailboat Show. It's the 40th anniversary of this excellent show. It's really the only show we go to because it's all outdoors, it's all on the water, it's a lot of fun. But for the first of our shows, of our interviews, we've got Pure Yachting. You don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to show you, and it's really, really cool. Pure Yachting is the new arm of really a subsidiary of Gunboat, the luxury cruising cats that we love so much and have supported SA for years. This is Josh Trout, who's running the program. Hi, Josh. Explain why you guys came out with this line of really sexy boats that we'll show our audience in a second.
Really, what the goal of the whole Pure Yachting boat was, you take a traditional inflatable, which is a great concept, but it's got faults. It's heavy, it's cumbersome. A lot of them don't have really good design features, and it's a little lackluster in some places. What we did was we combined modern technology, which is carbon construction, core cell foam, Kevlar to reinforce it, but then we marry in a little bit of the old world with real teak decks. Then we do other things like integrating on this boat here, fuel tank in below, and try and make a really functional tender that just does everything you need it to, and that the other boats just really fall flat on their face with.
So at the moment we've got 3 models here, and I do see the teak decks, but my understanding is that the boats are ridiculously light. This is a 14-footer or something?
This boat's 15 feet.
Okay.
The whole boat weighs 215 pounds without the engine. 215.
Correct. That's tubes, that's hull, that's everything.
That's the whole 9 yards, and it's a real teak deck. It's no synthetics. I mean, we go all the way around.
Take a look at the transom, beautiful carbon work. And are these being built in South Africa?
Correct. They're built right alongside Gunboat, so that we're utilizing the same technologies and facilities to produce a boat that's up that caliber and just really introduce the tubes, which is the new part of the tube.
So what design features do they have that are sort of an improvement on some of the other boats out there?
The big thing we do is simple things. If you look at the tube's uncluttered. There's not a lot of stuff. People want to sit on the tube, but you don't want to sit on top of an oar lock or something that's going to dig into your backside. We do lifelines down the interior, gives you a great place to hold on to, but keeps it out of the way. You have to tie in bags, you can tie them off easily. The next big thing we do is our hull shapes. The hull shape on the boat is meant to keep the people in the boat dry while still making it really comfortable. And the idea is the way that the tube and the hull marry together, we actually deflect all the water down and away from the hull. So if the wind catches the spray, it doesn't throw it back up on you when you're running the boat, so you don't show up to shore completely soaked.
And you said your designer had sort of a different inspiration for where he's pulling these designs from.
Exactly. The person who does our smaller boats, our 4.5 meter, our 5.2, and our 5.75 meter, actually took offshore racing boats, proven designs that have won championships, and they've basically married the tube to it. Our tube builder actually races offshore inflatable boats in Cape Town, South Africa. Some of the worst water you can ever imagine. So when we take that technology and all that information and we marry it into a boat with teak and carbon, we end up with just something that works, plain and simple. And that's why it's pure. Well,
that's why it's pure. I like it. I like the concept. Now, quick question about power. Obviously, with these things, I'm guessing being about half the weight or even less of an equivalent sort of standard PVC and vinyl ester boat. You know, you can run, I'm guessing you can run a lot less power and still get at least the same speed.
Exactly. I mean, it does 2 things. One, we can actually reduce our horsepower need on the boat because of the power to weight ratio. The big thing in that is, when we go down in power, we improve fuel economy, kind of that green standpoint. You don't have to bring as much gas, you're not burning through as much. The thing that also helps us is, on this boat here, we put a 50 horsepower on. Some people say for a boat that only weighs a few hundred pounds, it's excessive. But you have 5 or 6 guests, the boat will plane. You want to go wakeboarding? We can do that. You have a whole package set up with an engine, it's around 600 pounds. So you can pick it up on a davit. You're not going to go crazy with a lot of weight on the foredeck of a larger boat. You want to bring it up on the beach? Okay, tide goes out, it's not the end of the world. 2 people can push it out. We even go as far as putting a beaching shoe on the boat right out of the factory.
So you don't have to borrow those stupid dinghy wheels?
You got it, no dinghy wheels here.
So, and just a quick look at this little whatever you call it, console. Really sexy little thing for sure. It's like a Momo wheel, isn't it?
It's actually, we have a company who makes them special for us.
Looks like something I used to have in my RX-7. So, okay, these are nice. I love them. You've got what, 3? Are they all the same hull, these 3?
All the same hull.
Okay, so these are 15 footers, 4.5 meters. But I saw a little drawing over there of something a little sexier. What's that?
the bigger boats coming out. She'll be hopefully here for the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. 7.3 meters or 24 feet. Completely new design. Wild hull. I mean, the hull is actually a product of 21 tank test models done for the U.S. Navy. 3 full-size prototypes were built. This hull is actually the end result of all that testing.
Wow.
And what we did was we took a great hull and we started marrying a little bit of style. It's got a one-piece carbon fiber arch on it. Interior's all teak. Very futuristic console. Stainless steel refrigerator standard. Splash wells. Teak steps. The whole 9 yards. I mean, really, we did it right, but we also married in, again, that simple function to it. On both sides of the boat, there's a good amount of space, so if you're out as a race boat tender on the course, you can keep jibs stacked inside the boat with all the battens in, ready to go. There's enough room to walk around, you can get all your gear, extra spinnakers for a whole day on the race course, very easily.
It certainly looks a lot better than your typical protector. If you've got an STP-65 or a TP-52, this is a little sexier, clear-coated carbon, huh?
All clear coat.
All right, so if you have to ask, is it? I mean, you know, what's the price on these boys?
This boat here, all set up, really no expense spared. It's about $39,000 for everything. That's boat, motor, with the Yamaha electronics. We spared no expense. It's all top-notch stuff.
And what about the 24? Where's your target for that one?
Price-wise, depending on your power, you're going to be about $160,000 and up, depending on options. And every boat's pretty much whatever you want. We have the core, and then you build.
All right, well, there you go. If you want the actual ultimate in ribs, it looks like this is it. So, and we're going to check in with Rachel about gunboats in a second, but check out pureyachting.com. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Great talking to you.
You too.